Welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to focus on trying to get the Eagle to run and get the cam broke in on it and see what issues we have arise with that. We got a few things we got to do. We got accessories that we got to finish up. We got some electrical we got to take care of, powered steering, all that kind of stuff. Get some gauges hooked up so that we can watch it. And then yeah, we're ready to fire up. So let's get to it. So this is the old power steering hose off of the Eagle when it originally had its straight 6 in it. And it will work with that piece in the power steering pump of the Ford pump. So we're gonna end up using it, but the one problem is this piece was way too long. It had this really large extension piece in there for whatever bends or whatever it had to make when it originally was the Eagle. Plus also at some point in time that piece got crimped. So I'm getting rid of that. I'm just going to connect these two with this flare compression fitting, and then this is my first time ever using a flare tool, so we'll see how much we can screw that up. For you guys that are wondering why I don't just cut that and then re-flare it and just have this on the end of that, is this is a very special type of flare. It's like an O-ring bubble, whatever the hell, fuel fitting flare. So there's nothing I can find in town that's going to work. So I'm just gonna join these two, and it's not perfect, but it'll work for now until I get a new hose built. So I believe what I do is I just take this guy. I probably should have it a little bit more cleaned up than that. Clean that up with the grinder. I think we just pop this guy open. Stick that in there where we have enough sticking up that will flare it out. Oh, also make sure that you have your nut on there. Don't do that. Flare it and have no nut on that, because I don't have a lot of space to do that silliness. This fitting isn't going to work at all. Since this flare 2 is absolute garbage, we're going to try heating up that that piece of tubing, and then maybe we can get it to flare without this tool just pushing it out. I had to put my C-clamp on one side because I already broke the ear trying to get it to squeeze hard enough. Not even sure if I was successful after all that. I feel like I just pushed it out again. Let's see. Man, that is toasty. Well, that might be a good sign that, or not, that I can't get the dye out. Maybe that means it did something. Alright, take 2. This is the last time I can do this, because I am out of room on that hose. This time I did remember to put the nut on. Actually, I had to shave the nut down a little bit to give me a little bit more room to flare. There. Haha! Where's my other piece? Sweet. I know it looks ugly, but now we have a high pressure powered steering line, and you guys do not even comprehend how much of a pain that was. But Good news is now that we got this, we got to do some more clearancing. Quite a bit of clearancing there on the. I'll grab a light and show you. Here on our exhaust manifold, where we still have that control arm, had to do some clearancing there. So, for those of you guys wanting to put a 351 Windsor into your Eagle, stock manifolds run into that control arm pretty bad. Got quite a bit of room here. Still got, I don't know, maybe 2 inches till you're running that steering shaft, 1.5 inches. So, if I would have known, if I would have had the exhaust manifolds on it before, I probably would have moved the engine a little bit more driver's side. But you live and you learn. I'm basically pressed up against that control arm now, so hopefully that self clearances. But we got our fans wired up and all rigged in. Our cooling system is now holding water. I kind of just have everything half-ass wired right now because I do plan on ripping all this back out for when I put the EFI kit on it. But got our oil pressure sensor ran, got our fuel lines ran to the fuel pump, to the carburetor, got our vacuum line to the distributor's where it's supposed to be at, got everything, got the distributor, or the alternator wired up. I went and picked up a voltage regulator and got that wired in, so we'll see if that charges. Yeah, everything's done for this to run except for that line for the power steering pump. So I'm gonna get that installed really quick, and then we'll probably throw a new battery at it because that one was getting pretty weak. And should be cam break-in time. Give her another sniff too. Let's go. Coughing and sputtering. It took a little bit too much time to get out of it. All right, so I've double checked and rechecked my timing about 7 billion different times now, and I'm still having backfiring out the intake exhaust. Check firing order and timing. I'm not 180'd out. Firing order is correct based on book and internet. So I'm suspecting that when I rebuilt it, I didn't do a very good job adjusting my valves. So we're gonna go back through and do another valve adjustment on it really quick, and then we're going to try to start it up again. All right, so I had a guy come by that been working on older stuff for a while, and I was gonna have him help me out with running through the valves, but he told me to check one more thing. Ford had a different firing order for older 302s and then newer 302s, and I didn't think that would affect a 351 Windsor, but I went ahead and got on mine and checked the rebuild kit that I got for this, and then checked the specs on the cam that came in that rebuild kit, and sure enough, this is an older 302 cam, so it's a different firing order. So really quick, ran through, got all the wires moved around, and we're gonna try lighting her off again and seeing what happens. Give her another little sniff. See what happens when you hit the key.
sounds better. I think we definitely have it now. Start picking up fuel yet? A little bit. Maybe not enough.
I got something a little bit more reliable than brake clean. We'll see if we can get the squirters to work with this. If I can actually get it in the slots. I know this carburetor runs. Had it running on an engine a couple months ago. I definitely want to see way more oil pressure than that. Way more oil pressure than that. We're only making about 45, 40. I guess not way more, but I definitely want to see more than that. But hey, she runs! Alright, so I'm gonna go bump the key. I don't know if we're gonna need battery juice or not. I'll have you take this if we don't end up needing it, Trev.
Turn it over?
Yep. What are you doing? Oh, steering wheel's locked. Nope. Oh, hang on. I need juice. All right, go ahead. So we got some thicker oil in the engine. We're gonna try take 2 on this and hopefully we build oil pressure, because if we don't, it's a bad day. Oh Lord. A little bit. Yeah. Freaking. That's retarded, so we gotta advance it a little bit. Yep, that's all the advance we got. Alright, go ahead.
highest I saw it go was 30.
Dang it. Well, that's a wrap, folks. Alright, so yeah, bummer deal. Not everything goes the way you want it. I mean, it runs super smooth. Engine isn't shaking at all. It's not making any horrible noises, but yeah, as you guys saw when we were breaking it in, we plummeted on oil pressure after about 10 minutes of it running. We tried draining that oil out of it. I had a little bit too thin of an oil in it anyway, so we drained that out, put some thicker stuff in it, put some more additives in it, and fired it back up, and same thing. Past 2,000 RPM, it's not building any more than like 25 PSI oil pressure. So we definitely got something wrong inside of there. When we drained the oil, there's nothing glitter bombish, nothing horrible looking. So I think internalized, we're probably still fine on anything. I don't think we grenaded anything. So next video, I gotta move shops. They're at least not this shop, so I gotta move. I'm gonna get everything moved over to my buddy's shop, and then in the next video we'll pull the oil pan off, drain the oil back out of it, and then we will pop our mains and our connecting rods. We'll pop all those caps off, and then we'll plastic gauge them. My theory is that I just got too big of bearings in there, and it's not, the clearances are too much, and so it's not building the oil pressure the way it should. That, or in the rebuild kit I bought, the oil pump was kind of a cheapy one, so maybe the oil pump is not holding up. So got a couple different options we can chase down. Sucks, but like I said, at least it does run. We know that it runs, so that's good. Cam's halfway broken, so we'll yeah, like I said, we'll tear into that bottom end. Keep our fingers crossed. Maybe it's something just as simple as rolling in a new set of bearings or throwing a new oil pump at it. We'll pray to God it's not in the top end, because we'll have to pull this engine out if we want to pull that cam. I don't want to do that very badly, so we'll hope that it's just in the bottom end. If you're enjoying the videos, please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Endure this pain with me. I'm so much money into this engine, and yeah, it's just disheartening to have that happen. But hey, this is what happens when you build cars from scratch. You're gonna run into stuff like this, and we'll get her next time. We'll see what, like I said, see what's going on, and we'll get it fixed, and we'll get her back up and running, and then get the drivetrain figured out, and hopefully have this on the road before summertime, but we'll have to see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.